question is that the dike is actually breaking up in a different fashion at either end. Down the western end here, there are some brittle features, but as you go away from the dike, you're forming sort of globular structures which look a bit like enclaves. So it's actually another way of forming enclaves is to have a dike intrude into a partly molten magma, and then the thing gets broken up because the host is still mobile. Notice that it's globular down that end, but this end just over the top there, it's breaking up in a much more brittle fashion, breaking up into quite angular blocks. Why the difference?
It's cooled down up there.
Okay, this end, cold out that end.
What's more molten?
The dike.
Yeah, okay. The dike. Well, probably both.
What did you say, Tom?
The opposite of you. I always
said
go
the
the
dike.
opposite of you.
Okay, you said the host is probably more molten. You said the dike is probably more molten at the time of breakup. You're probably both right. Why is it hotter there?
Is it closer to the source?
What's the source of what?
The source of heat?
Yeah.
Because of the
No,
water?
it's water.
Quicker cooling.
Is the host composition uniform from there over to there? No. No, what's different about it? Enclave density. Not the enclaves from the dike, but in the host rock that are already there. Are there more enclaves over there than over here? Or is it the other way around?
More here?
And what about the shape of them?
They're not elongated.
No, yeah, these ones here are quite rounded looking. The enclaves over there, just past where Tori's sitting, along there, the enclaves are quite elongated. Okay, so what might that mean?
Been stretched?
Flowing.
Yeah, been stretched. Okay, why have they been stretched and those ones haven't? What are they getting stretched by?
Pressure.
Not pressure. Not pressure.
Flow?
Yeah, flow. So there's probably been more flow happening in the host over there than here. We'll go back to the question. Someone said, yes, the host over there is different to the host over here. What's different about it again? I didn't get the answer to that. You said that.
Yeah. The answer is ask Tony.
You did.
We usually do half and half the question.
Ah, tag team.
Yeah. Tony's the next.
What is different? You said it was different. How does it look
Colour.
different?
It's in colour.
Yeah. Go on.
There's more joints over here.
Darker there, lighter.
Yeah. Darker there.
Darker there.
Yeah.
This shows more
Yeah.
quartz over here.
Where did you point, Greg? Yeah, darker there. Darker there.
It's more mafic over there. It's still a tonalite, but if you look closely at it, there's a lot more hornblende in that than there is over here. This is a paler coloured rock. So both tonalites, but slightly more mafic tonalite over there. What other property might come with that in terms of the magma?
Viscosity?
Yeah,
Lower temperature to melt over there.
other way around.
Other way around.
That's hotter. Now, someone actually said that to me before, but I said, which is hotter, the dike magma or the host magma? And the answer is the host magma. And by consequence, the dike magma will be once it quenches. So it's quenching at both ends, but the host magma is hotter over there. So when the dike breaks up, the dike magma is also still partly molten. Whereas over there, your host is a little bit cooler, might only be 50 degrees, but it's quenching the dike magma more effectively, and then it's breaking it up. So you're breaking up a solid. So it's breaking up in a more brittle fashion, whereas at that end there, your dike has not been quite completely quenched, so it's little bit of melt still left in it, which is enough to make it break up in a slightly more plastic fashion. Okay, so it's a complicated story. The simple picture is that, yeah, our host is still partly molten, but the complication is that the host over that end is a bit hotter, and it's not quite effectively quenched the dike magma. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you have anything to add, David?
So the dike is injected pretty hot and liquid, but it cools and becomes solid, while the host rock may also be cooling, but much more slowly. And therefore it remains a fluid, and it remains flowing. And once this dike is solid, it cannot handle the stress of the flowing fluid around it. And you can see that the blocks on this side are all rotating the same way. So that's caused by the host rock flowing around it, with one side flowing faster than the other, causing all these blocks to break and rotate. So that's an indication that you have a solid in the fluid.
I've got one more question for you. We've been saying all day that dikes make a pathway through their host rocks by fracturing them. How the hell do you fracture something that's partly molten? How do you fracture a liquid?
Yeah. Quickly.
That's it. Rapidly. Yeah. These, of course, this isn't like water. It's quite a viscous fluid, but you can still fracture it if you do it quickly enough. Okay, so the essence there is that this thing has come in really rapidly. And we could see evidence of that back at the W dike. There was a dike sitting right in front of us there, which had actually caused a bit of shearing in the host when it's come in. So they come in, they intrude very rapidly. And that's how you can fracture a liquid, or something that's partly liquid.
Yeah.
Okay, questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
We use dikes for younging, meaning the dike has intruded into this rock, so it must be younger. But this isn't a rock yet because it's still fluid. And the dike,
But the magma's
is
younger.
yeah, it's still, you know, in the magma chamber. So the dike is cooled faster than this.
Yep.
Yeah? So is the dike older than this host rock? Because the host rock is still becoming a rock.
As a rock, you're probably technically correct.
Yes.
But as a magma, when in terms of their arrival at this position in space and time, host here first, then the dike.
Okay.
I know where you're coming from.
I would say it depends what temperature you relate to an age.
Yeah.
Because the magma is cooling, so when is it formed? And what temperature is it formed?
Well, I consider a rock something I can touch. So if it's got a temperature, I probably can't touch it.
magma too.
You can get close to it. I bet you'll catch on fire long before you touch it.
Okay, let's head back to the bus.
All right.